They say not to tell a story when you're still bleeding from it. I think I'm at the point where it's starting to scab over.
I don't keep in touch with her anymore, and I'm perfectly fine with that. There's nothing left there for me.
She's always been selfish. Maybe that's why she's a sad and angry person. I honestly thought I brought out a better side in her, but for the most part, she's stubborn and doesn't want help from anybody.
I bet she'll say I'm this terrible person, how she hates me for the way I react to this situation for DALA. I can't change who I am, and to be perfectly honest, she brought out the worst in me, and I hate her for it.
The funny thing is, I actually liked her a bit, which reminds me of a lovebird
Agapornis.
story that my mom used to tell me. Gosh, how did it go again? Oh, never mind. I wish I didn't like her, but I'm not the lying kind of person, and I always try to tell the truth. It's in my nature. I don't lie. Period. I wish I never liked her.
Fuck her. Fuck every moment we spent together. Fuck her little, tiny little, cold little fucking heart, and I hope she dies in a black hole with nobody around her.
Blinded by love, I couldn't see that poison and her were one and the same, although I can't deny we had some great moments. I remember our first date, she took me to a dinner, but all we had was hot chocolate. That lovebird story.
I preferred coffee, but she hated how it made her jittery.
She was always the more forward one, dominant, the kind you like. Those kinds are always great in bed. And there was this charm about her I could never put my finger on, and that's what I was so attracted to, and I couldn't walk away from for a long time, for DALA.
She said that? That's sweet of her. For the most part, I hated being with her. She used to tell this folktale. I can't remember now. It's hard to remember many smiles after those first few weeks, but those first few weeks I do remember. And DALA.
We had good chemistry. We were good together, but we weren't good to each other. No, I said I'd be honest, and I will be. She cheated on me, and the other woman was uglier than me, I'd say.
That's right, I did. And I'm not sorry for what I did. I did what I did, and I stand by my choices. She wasn't the person, and she didn't give me what I needed, so I went out and found somebody who could give me what I needed.
I'm not angry because she cheated on me. I'm angry because she could have told me and let me know that she didn't love me anymore. Did I matter nothing to her that she decided to just keep me in the dark about what was happening in our relationship? We were together, for God's sake. I can't forgive her for letting me hurt.
For those of you who have cheated, you know what it's like. It's like this heavy burden on yourself that you do not want to inflict on anybody else, and so that's why I decided not to tell her. And for the record, I'm not sorry for what I did.
You could at least pretend to be sorry. Don't try to convince people that cheating on someone isn't a terrible thing to do. Let's not be terrible people, for DALA.
It's just like you to try to control how everyone around you behaves, but you have to realize that you can't control everything, especially people. That's your problem. You can't let go. You try to control every moment and it's paralyzed you. It's paralyzed you and you don't even realize it.
My God, what have we done to each other? How have we gone from words of kindness to words of hate?
Because of DALA.
I chose to be with you and you chose to be with me, and we were supposed to take care of each other. We were supposed to take care of DALA.
DALA. Short for Delilah. She was our daughter. We're fighting and she walked away from us and stepped into the path of a moving car. She was 4 years old. I'm not sorry for a lot of things, but this I do repent.
DALA. The day a mother will have to live with forever. We may not have loved each other, but we loved DALA, and our last source of happiness was gone.
After that I left. I couldn't save, for there was nothing left standing. All hope was destroyed. I couldn't even look at my parents anymore.
It was supposed to be us against the world, but you bailed out. Before we lost our child, I really did hope that we could be good again. I really did hope that we could work things out. But fate had its way, and fate was a bit more harsh on us than I think was necessary. We may not go into a relationship thinking that it will last, but we absolutely don't go into it thinking that it will end. Yes, I remember how the lovebird story goes now. There was a beautiful lovebird. Its feathers full of colors like a rainbow, and it had a lover, a gray bird, shades of gray, and they built a nest, and they added a lavender flower for a personal touch. One day a falcon flew by and snatched up the gray lovebird, and the rainbow lovebird flew after the falcon, but it was too fast, and then soon it was out of sight. But that didn't stop the lovebird, for after all, a lovebird doesn't get its name without reason.
And so day in and day out, it searched for any signs of its lover. It flew to the lowest valleys and the highest mountains, to the rainforests and the tundra. And day in and day out, it failed. But it never gave up. And then one day, it spotted something purple at the far end of its sight. It flew to that spot as fast as it could, and certainly, it found a lavender flower.
And there, chirping next to the nest, was its lover. And together the lovebirds,
Agapornis, lived out their lives, loving each other.
happily ever after.